everybody, this is Patrick Cosplay at Nerd Caliber, and I'm here with
Michael McLeod.
So how are you enjoying Granite State Comic Con so far, Michael?
I'm having a good time. You know, I almost didn't come today too. Took some convincing from some friends, and I'm actually really glad I came. I'm having a great time here.
Awesome. All right, so tell us who the character you're cosplaying.
The character I'm cosplaying is Arrow from the TV series Arrow, Oliver Queen, and in the comics he's known as Green Arrow.
Awesome. So what about the construction of your costume?
Construction of the costume was somewhat difficult. I mean, parts of it I had to buy, like the leather jacket I purchased, but it had to be tailored because it didn't fit right. So everything had to be taken apart and essentially put back together. And the jacket was also beige when I got it, so it had to be stripped and dyed. The pants were motorcycle pants that also had to be taken in to be fitted. They were black leather, which also had to be stripped and dyed, and it was really tough to get the two colors to match. The rest of the pieces are, this is like military web belts that I made the strapping out of, and these are pieces of vinyl and leather that I actually handmade all the other pieces out of.
Awesome. So for the folks at home, tell us about the character Green Arrow, Oliver Queen, his backstory, and a little bit on the character's role in comics.
His role in comics, as I understand it, you know, he's one of the earlier comic characters, and it's somewhat accurate to the TV show. He was actually stranded on an island and trained himself, and actually I think in the comics he snuck on board a pirate ship, and the mask came from him using the anchor chain grease that he climbed up the anchor with to rub on his face and take over the ship, and they adapted that for the TV shows, you know, somewhat.
All right, so you were just in the Cosplay Contest, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so how was the contest?
It was fun. It was good. It was a lot of great costumes in there. You know, I think the judges did a good job picking all the categories, and it was fun just to get up there and you know, show off the crowd a little bit.
All right, so tell us about your first convention experience. What was your first con like?
My first con was, I hate to say it, I think it was Dragon Con. Yeah, it was a big one, and again, it was one of those things I was kind of reluctant to go. The girl I had just started dating is really into cosplay, and she talked me into going, and that was my first big con experience. So heading out to Atlanta for the first one.
So you just jumped like into one of the major cons.
I did, yeah. It was a little shell shocking. You know, I didn't know what to experience. I had never, you know, gotten dressed up to go to cons before. I've done some charity work where I've, you know, I used to work with the 501st, so I've done some charity work, you know, raising money for children's funds and hospitals and things like that. So anytime I had gotten dressed up, it was for a reason. So all the original cons I went to, the first probably 5 or 10, I wouldn't get dressed up. I would go in jeans and a t-shirt, and everybody, all my friends would make fun of me and say, you really should dress up, but I felt silly doing it because it wasn't for a reason. This is the first character that I've ever played that I was actually comfortable dressing up at a con.
Well, you did a very good job on the suit. It's really good. And thank you very much for your time.
Great, thanks.
This is Patrick Cosplay of Nerd Caliber signing out.